Okay, so this is our presentation. We were both business analysts for SportsVisio this summer. So a little bit about me. My name is Kate Bilodeau, and I'm majoring in Business Information Systems, Business Analytics, and I will be a senior this year at UNH. I'm from Manchester, New Hampshire.
And I'm James Sullivan. That's a handsome photo of me up there. I'm majoring in finance, and I'm going into my second year at UNH.
So for time's sake, we won't go too deep into SportsVisio because Bert kind of just covered all of that. So on to my personal experience. So my biggest three takeaways, of course, there were many, but the top two, kind of what a lot of people have been talking about today, was teamwork and effective communication. So most all of the projects that I worked on this summer were either with James or Burke or some of our other coworkers. So some of the bigger projects we worked on were developing a 5-year cash flow forecast and a 5-year business plan, and we also budgeted out a company-wide trip. So I quickly learned with big projects like these, it was really important that we communicated daily, not only to make sure that we were all on the same page with all of the projects, but also that we kind of learned from each other and helped each other along. That being said, I learned so much from all of the SportsVisio managers, but I also was able to learn a ton from just my coworkers. So that was really helpful. And then my next biggest takeaway was the importance of being versatile and adaptable, also as a lot of people have been talking about today. So I kind of knew going into working for a startup, there would be a wide variety of different jobs that they would need to get done since they're in their early growth phases of the company. So we really did everything from running payroll to conducting market research to annotating games to manually train the AI. So I quickly got used to working on jobs that didn't necessarily relate to any of the other jobs that I was doing for them. But in the end, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way because I feel like I have so many skills from all the different departments at SportsVisio. And it was nice to kind of try out and see things that I liked and maybe that I didn't so much for my future career. But regardless, I'm taking a lot of new skills with me. So next, my best learning experience, I kind of just picked my favorite project, which we are still currently working on. So that is researching what the next sport will be for SportsVisio. So we started off with 11 sports to research, and with our research, we've now narrowed that down to the 3 best for them to pursue as the next sport. So this has been super interesting because of all the steps that have gone along with it. But I'm really excited to see what the end result will be in the next few weeks. And then going forward, I am looking forward to continue working with SportsVisio throughout this school year with James and Burke and learning more about business growth and management and using all of these skills that I have now developed in my career after I graduate this year.
Great, thanks, Kate. And then I guess to highlight some different points from my experience, I think strategic thinking was one of the main things that I came away with, really seeing the new light of the importance of that. A lot of what we did was collecting data for, like Kate was saying, whether it be prices to fly everybody to Argentina or if it was researching a sport, trying to count up how many volleyball players there are in the state of New Hampshire. It was an interesting task to kind of try and structure your brain around how to approach such a unstructured and broad question. So I think it was really good to be able to dig deep into approaching problems kind of on our own without as much guidance as maybe I'm used to in school. And along those same lines would be something like using my creative license, kind of having the freedom to take control of any deliverable that I'm working on to be able to structure it in the way that I think would be the best. And then exposures to new areas of business. As much as I love my little Paul bubble, it was good to work with some of the developers kind of on the tech side. Like Kate was saying, we've been doing a lot of watching basketball the last couple of days, training the AI. So it's been great to meet people in different disciplines and fields. I think the best learning experience I had was on accounting work. We've been doing a lot of work on managing the QuickBooks, and like it was saying, really digging deep into the finances, forecasting out 5 years. I've never taken an accounting class, so it was really cool to learn that myself on YouTube and talking to Kate. Going forward, I'm excited to continue working with Burke and Kate and the rest of the team for the rest of the year. And I've been really impressed by just the motivation and discipline of all the other people on the team. So I'm really excited to keep working with the rest of the team. Thanks.
Thank you.
Cool.